Shalom, Hebrews. This message is to Hebrew Israelites who are waking up, particularly you brothers out there. All right? This is your brother Zechariah. Shout out to my brothers in Great Millstone. All right? Camp GMS. All right? This is your brother Zechariah right here in Augusta, Georgia. All right? Getting another, not really going to get too much into a lesson. My job right now is to watch and pray and hitting the streets to wake up and edify our people. And like always, exposing the racism and persecution our brothers are going through, not only around the world, but in the South as well, and where I'm at, in this area in Georgia. Racism is ramping up, which is why the world is suffering under these plagues. All right? Feminism, racism, the homosexuality, all of these demonic things and wickedness that is going on throughout the earth because of our enemies. Job 9:24. The earth given to the hands of the wicked. And because of this, the world is in complete turmoil. All right. So this message is for edifying, for inspiration for my brothers out there who are in this truth. And great job out there exposing these wicked fake Israelite camps, GOCC and ISUPK, IUIC. All right. For brothers and sisters who are coming into the truth, you want to stay away from those camps. Those are the main camps, among others, that are completely going off. All right, HOI, a lot of these, and then you got a lot of agents within the camps leading our people astray. Ricard Sharar has been exposed for his false flee Babylon doctrine. All right. Again, getting on point, the racism is getting worse. And I'm on one accord with my brothers who are saying we need to stock up in water and food supplies with this coronavirus epidemic, whether it's man-made or not. It's matching play by play the curses that Christ warned us about. Okay? And I'm just briefly going to share two scriptures, get it out. Let me go into Matthew 24. I want to do this briefly because it's right on mark with what we're going through today. All right, Salakia. All right. This is awesome. Verily, verily, I say unto you, Matthew 24 and 34. I'll go with verse 38. As in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. You see, so we're in those days. Play by play is matching the curses. All right. And the great tribulation, the time referred to in Jeremiah chapter 30 as Jacob's trouble. We're in it. And it's all about the Most High punishing this world for the evil that's done to it. And on a low level, the racism and job discrimination, first fired, last hired. The only ones being oppressed are the Israelite men. Okay? Stock up on food, water, supplies, and in light with all this turmoil that's going on, more and more people are doing things online and building up their own businesses. Okay, and stop dealing with these racist corporations. Okay, they're going downhill. A retail apocalypse is blooming. Okay, around this country and right here in Augusta, Georgia. Okay. And I can see why. We just had our car serviced at Tires Plus. Stop dealing with any of these companies, man. Okay? They got female management, don't know what they're doing. They're ramping up the feminism, job discrimination against black men, and it's spilling over into more and more poor customer service and complete unprofessionalism. I mean, check this out. All right, we had our car serviced from there. Just a little sidebar. Let me get back to the thing real quick. I just wanted to cover what's going on, how it's matching Matthew 24, and for brothers who are in the truth. You want to keep in mind Jeremiah chapter 50, okay? The Most High promises salvation for us. But yeah, stop dealing with these businesses. See how they tore off my battery cap? And this right here, I had to put duct tape all around it. Check this out. Why? Because they tore off my water hose cap. And they're too lazy to put it back. You see that? Total unprofessionalism. All right? These are the things. And when you get your car done or serviced, always check it out. And I'm checking YouTube videos so I could learn how to do work and service myself. But shoddy job. And they have had problems for years. And they're just getting worse because of poor management. And they only do this to people who are Israelites. All right, people who are Caucasians, and they don't suffer any of these things. All right, or other Gentiles. Okay, and they know who we are. And that's why what's happening around the world is beautiful. And it's all going to spill into America for all the evil that's been done to God's chosen people. These plagues matches, if you read the book of Exodus, play by play, it matches the curses on ancient Egypt. And while we're celebrating the Passover, you know, we had our unleavened bread and our lamb. While we're celebrating the Passover, the world is going into total chaos. So yeah, preparing for the coming persecution, quarantine, all of that, stocking up on water, food. All right, and we're doing it. All right, here at the Hebrew Bible Academy and our home. So we're setting up and prepping for the coming days to come. And we're not relying on that because we're trusting on the Lord. That's why I mentioned Jeremiah chapter 50. Let me go there. But yeah, stop dealing with these racist corporations. Get into doing things for yourself. You see, that's the key. Jeremiah 50. And I'll start with verse 5. The Most High our power hath opened mine ear, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away back. That's right, I'm in this truth and I'm never getting out. I'm not going to let the persecution stop me. I'm going to keep pushing the word of God and keep teaching my children and raising my family in righteousness. My wife is being total submissive and in order, as is the scriptures command. The commandments, according to the will of the Most High. All right, 1 Timothy chapter 2. Ephesians chapter 5. We must obey the commandments. Now watch this. And we can't turn back from this truth. Verse 6. Jeremiah 50 and verse 6. I gave my back to the smiters, and my cheek to them that plucked off the hair. I hid not my face from shame and spitting, for the Most High my power will help me. Therefore shall I not be confounded. Therefore have I set my face like a flint, and I know that I shall not be ashamed. That's right. As long as we trust in the Most High, He will save us. So we are not to fear what is going on around the world. Okay? This is the downfall of our enemies. The curses in Deuteronomy 28 is coming off of us, those of the elect. Revelation chapter 7, who have turned back to the Most High and obeying His laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay? And there's no getting around it. We must do these things if the Most High is going to save us. That's why I took you to Matthew 24. Matthew 24 and verse 13, he who endures to the end shall be saved. So these are coded messages that are in the Bible. It's a parabolic book. You see, it's our history book. Black history is really a farce. It was set up in place by, along with the slave doctrine of Christianity, to keep us off the path. They set up the Gregorian calendar, all of these things to keep us from obeying the law, statutes, and commandments, and from celebrating our holy days. Everything they've been doing with their entertainment, their media, all their foolishness. And, same thing, we're ramping up immorality throughout the earth, has been to lead us off the beaten path and keep us from our God. But stop dealing with these businesses. Get more proactive in your own everything. That's why everything is online. And utilize it, brothers, before they shut it down. All right? My online business is booming to the point that soon we won't even need to get our car service from there anymore. Okay? We're going to have mechanic at our own school to do the work on our cars and keep our vehicles running, all of that stuff. To those who've been following my videos, you know I have a transportation business. So I was only dealing with Tires Plus for a time because I knew someone who had worked there. He was he was at Firestone. They all connected, these racist corporations. But he was a good brother, very professional. They got rid of him due to racial discrimination and put a woman in his place who is incompetent, don't know what she's doing. And that's when I found the missing caps and all that. And it's only been like, 4 days later, I'm catching that. But you got to walk circumspect and check behind what people are doing. Get off the streets. Become more and more reclusive, keeping a low profile. Because as they ramp up things with martial law, it's going to be preparing everything for Agenda 21, martial law. Okay? You don't want to get caught up with that. All right? We are to endure to the end, walk circumspect, try all spirits. Don't be quick to call anyone your brother or your sister in this thing. Because our people have completely sold out for the most part. And they're totally acclimated into this racist and feminist beast system that's built on wickedness. And it goes all the way to the top. Okay? So the Most High is only dealing with an elect group of men and their families who are obeying the law, statutes, commandments, and operating in righteousness, man. So, stay in the scriptures, keep your temples healthy, like it tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, and endure to the end. Don't give in to fear, any of those things, because that's not what's going to save us. Stocking up on guns and food, yes, it's a necessity, but it only to get us through. But that's what's not going to save us. That's not going to save us. What's going to save us is our faith and trust in the Most High. You see what I'm saying? So that is what we must do. Remember 2 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 14. Okay? If we turn from our sins, just paraphrasing, and come back to the Most High, He will heal the land. And what makes up, His land, the people. Without the people, there is no land. That what's going on in Jerusalem is an abomination. That place has been defiled since we left in 70 AD. Okay? Since we were forced from our homeland. Okay? So, stay encouraged. All right? Endure to the end. And don't give up this truth. All right? This is your brother, Azariah. Shalom.